No worries, sorry. I heard that you did an escape room while prepping for this movie. Is that right?
So not while I was prepping for the movie, but while we were shooting the movie, while we were all up in Toronto making the movie, all of the kids were all hanging out and doing like field trips, and you know they did probably, I don't know, half a dozen escape rooms, but I was able to go with them one night to one of the escape rooms, which, to be perfectly honest, I found to be kind of shoddy. I didn't think it was a great escape room. Kind of aggravated me, really.
Billy Batson is the chosen one in this film, but in a sense, you're the chosen one too. Have you thought about that?
Oh, 100%, man. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get this job. I didn't think I had a shot at getting this job. 2 months before I got the job, I was given an audition to go in for the role, but I knew that The Rock had already been cast as Black Adam, and I knew that Black Adam and Shazam are supposed to look essentially identical. So I was like, excuse me, what? You want me to go audition for a role that's supposed to be the doppelganger of The Rock? I don't think that's not, you've got the wrong guy. I think that, you know, essentially, it felt like I'd be wasting everybody's time. Well, then cut to 2 months later, and now I'm auditioning for a whole nother role in the film, and they see that tape, and they go, no, why hasn't you, he should read for Shazam. We think he could be Shazam. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. That's all that's like direct correlation to Billy getting whisked to the Rock of Eternity and the wizard Shazam saying, I've chosen you because of the purity of your heart. And Billy going, you got the wrong guy. This doesn't exist. This is crazy. Like, it's very weird, the parallel in that. And I'm very grateful that they saw in me what they needed to play this guy.
Yeah, but it was great, really.
Thanks.
And I love the fact that this movie has got a lot of heart, and it deals with, you know, wish fulfillment and giving hope to young people struggling. Have you had the kind of conversation with yourself about the fact that this movie could inspire a lot of people, but also young kids too?
Oh yes, 100%. That it's built into the DNA of the movie. I play a 14-year-old. You know, when you have a movie about a 14-year-old who has a magic word to look like an adult, not become an adult, but look like an adult with superpowers, that's always going to have that heart and therefore kind of lead the charge of, well, what is the messaging of this going to be? Then you've got the entire family, foster family, that, by the way, is racially diverse, has a kid who's handicapped, and they're all foster kids. Like, that is a lot of people that have felt, in many respects, very underrepresented on screens. And we get the opportunity, the responsibility, the honor to really give them a platform and a voice, and have foster kids being like, I see myself on a screen and it's in a superhero movie. I think that is an incredible gift that we get to be a part of that.
Yeah. Fingers crossed there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. Usually when it comes to sequel and with superhero movies, there's always like costume upgrades. Maybe it's related to merchandise too. Are you looking forward to that?
I am. I am. I think my suit is awesome. All of the upgrades are things that I would want to do that just would kind of make it easier for me to wear and move around in, because, you know, they're built for aesthetic more so than movement or, you know, practicality, let's say. And I would just love to work with our incredible costume designers and see if we could figure out a way where I could, I don't know, go to the bathroom more easily, or, you know, figure out the wiring in it if we still do that, or, you know, how that even might incorporate into the belts or the boots, or, you know, I don't know, like, all of that's above my pay grade, and DC and everybody are having conversations. And also, you know, what does it look like in the comic, and do we need to match the comic, and should we match the comic, and, you know, there's so many conversations. But what we started with is awesome, but I think, as with most things in life, there's always room for improvement, and I would love to look into that.
I can't wait.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, cheers, you too.